Hello. One of those buttons works.
I didn't think you were gonna change the thing before I sat down. I thought...
You were a bit too long.
Was I? You only just said hello.
Yep.
It was like 1 second. I was like, oh, she's gonna wait until I sit down
Nope.
before she changes the scene. No,
No.
Okay. That was... All right. Hi, everybody. I thought, why didn't you iron it? You know I don't know how to do that.
He put it on and I was like, it's so wrinkled.
It's a love shirt. It's a love shirt.
It is the Batman shirt.
Did they see the back?
I don't know. Some people just know.
Bulma! It does say Badman across the back. This is a shirt that Vegeta wears throughout parts of Dragon Ball Z. Love is wrinkled if you think about it. It's fine. Anyway.
Mondoku.
Mondoku! Poggy, would you like some coffee? Is this some...
Yeah.
No? Okay. Alright, it seems like you're retreating from the fact that... Okay, that's totally fine. We get 3,000 bits from... Oh, woo, ooh, woo, ow, woo, my dude. I have to say it like that, by the way. I can only say it like that. Has anyone really been far... even as decided to use even go want to do look more like? You've got to be kidding me. I've been further even more decided to use even go need to do look more as anyone can. Can you really be far even as decided half as much to use go wish for that? My guess is that when one really been far even as decided wants to use even go want, it is then that he has really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like. It's just common sense. Cobalt. I agree. See, occasionally, that was really hard to do. Like on my end, reading that was hard.
It took you like the first sentence to realize what it was.
Yeah, because sometimes when folks send in an alert, like they might, when they're typing, they might like flip a word or something. So then my brain is trying to parse what they intended and then change it. Well, thank you. Because that happens sometimes. So at the beginning I was like, what does this mean? And then I looked further down and I was like, this means nothing. I can just read it. I can just read it as is. Thank you, OO. Anyway, we've got that. We've got 44 months at Tier 3 from Tricky Anthony. It says, story time. So when I picked up my friends from the airport, I wore my Tiny Eddie shirt. As they came down the escalator, I said, welcome to Tiny Eddie's Snack Emporium. And the look on the faces of the people behind them was priceless. I'm sure that just seeing that image on a shirt in any capacity is actually somewhat alarming. Like, it is designed to be alarming.
Yeah.
It's even better at the airport. Because then people briefly are like, are we in the right place?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, you're in the right place? All right. Thank you for the Tier 3 sub.
From our Montana forests to your doorstep, Tiny Eddie's pretzel stuffed average state Richies.
That sounds like a snack for you.
A steak Richie. So a steak Twinkie. Which already is a little disconcerting. Pretzel stuff. So just like chunks of pretzel in it. Like, it's not... Some of the things that Eddie comes up with are gag-worthy. This isn't that. You know, like if there were pieces of pretzel and steak and a Twinkie, would I try it? I mean, sure. I would try it with the understanding of like, this will not taste good. But it wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be the worst thing. Also, this is such an average steak, Richie. That was $10.50 from Anise. It says, I wonder if Eddie sells love potions. Oh. I would hate to know what love potion ingredients Eddie would use. Wouldn't be great. Wouldn't be great. We got 18 months from AirSD57, 34 from Throwdown, 30 from Willie Joel 345, 32 from Frorwolf, 32 from Salamis Dragoon, 9 from Sacadamus, 49 from Vegetable Sorbet. We got 300 from James EP. Says, good morning and happy Valentine's from this West Coaster who woke up to his neighbor's dog howling at the top of their lungs. My long-distance girlfriend and I.
Right?
I love kittens.
His name is Waffles.
Sorry, I forgot that it's Valentine's Day and we got the Valentine's Day alerts. My long-distance girlfriend and I are celebrating by playing Blanc later today, and I'm very excited. Blanc is one that is something I'm interested in. I guess it's out then, because I knew it was like coming out. Oh, it's coming out on Valentine's Day. That's right. I was like, I knew it was coming out soon. What's the occasion? It's Valentine's Day. Good morning, fella.
Hello, Kepo.
Hello, buddy. Well, I'm sorry that you got woken up from a dog, because sometimes if a dog starts howling, they howl.
Mm-hmm.
They do not like to stop. Did you get in your little alcove? You did it.
He did it.
You did it. Good little man. Yeah, Blanc, I got an email for Blanc a while back. And I was like, oh, that looks really cute. So maybe at some point, as like a one-off or something, we could play.
Satisfying flavor and good for the soul. Tiny Eddie's Soda Soap Nervous Fingers.
Soda soaked nervous. 1,000 Bits of Ryan says, okay, Eddie, let's try that again. I'm about to get breakfast. What you got? Soda soaked nervous fingers reads like someone that work. I want to say a pharmacy because I'm just thinking of a soda jerk from like back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a anxiety filled teenager who's trying to serve. I mean, yeah, basically that. Just it's not a snack. Tiny Eddie just has soda-soaked nervous fingers. That's how I feel. That's how I don't think this is a snack. Maybe that's how Eddie comes up with all of his ideas. Not that he soaks his fingers in soda. I just mean like he's consuming a lot of liquids. Sorry, been consuming a lot of liquids. Yeah, drugs? I don't know what's in the sodas. 300 from Radio Dread says, clown for the bad man shirt. Love it though. Pink suits you. Thank you. This is the only pink shirt I own. And I realized that this morning. Because I was looking in my closet and I was like, what do you wear on Valentine's Day? I was like, oh, pink would be good. And then I was like, my options are 1. And the shirt is very wrinkled. It is probably a little too large.
It is.
I've realized recently, like it's a very recent discovery, is that I've spent my entire life buying large shirts. And in a general sense, if you were to go to the store and they have the average sizes, like I probably should have a large.
You need the length.
Yeah, and that's the way it's always worked. But I'm really not a large. I'm probably like a medium tall.
Yes.
But that's not like a shirt. I mean, it is, but it's that's a special thing. You can't just go into the Walmart and be like, "Where's the medium tall shirts?" Like there's not a lot of them. It's not a shirt where Steven buys shirts. I guess I could shop at places that sell a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I would, yeah, okay, I do. I've never owned clothing that was real
Fitted.
Yeah.
Because you've always been tall.
I'm thinking about changing. We got 5 months from Soph G93, 36 months from Back in Red. I will clap in a
Announcing Young
moment.
Toad's Gym. 4 windy saxophones.
Young Toad's Gym. 36 months from Back in Red. I want to finish that clap. Thank you, Red. 1,000 bits from Full Milo Girls that says, okay, Rad, my girlfriend and I want a new game to play this Valentine's Day. What you got? Young Toad's Gym. 4 windy saxophones.
I was thinking that.
Oh, was that Endless Whisper?
Yeah.
Oh, Careless Whisper. What did I say? Endless Whisper? It's close. I had less whisper
4 toads playing that song.
in a gym.
Yeah.
In a gym. I don't know that I would be able to work out if there were 4 musicians. Yeah, endless whisper. I'm never gonna stop talking like this. Also, I brought my friend who's playing sax. Now do a pull up. I would have to look up the lyrics. I don't know that. No one knows the lyrics of that song. They only know.
Can you do that in the toad voice?
Oh God. Woo, man. Sometimes your body gives you a cutoff. It's like no more of that, man.
Mine does that every day.
You poor soul.
We were, did that vlog come out when we went to Culver's yet?
Yes.
Yeah. That day,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like once a week, Mal just like almost dies. Just like almost like because she doesn't know the difference between breathe and drink. And sometimes drink's not even involved. It's just, you know.
yeah, I'm just breathing.
Your mouth's just breathing and
And
then
my
just
body
like
says no.
just chokes. And I'm like, and you know, I this happens seriously like once a week.
Yeah.
So I kind of expect it. The one at the Culvers was real bad. And then, you know, we're with all of
Yeah.
our friends, so everyone just is kind of like, and I'm like, no, it's all right. She'll live. But then it kept going, and I was like, well, maybe.
It was a bad one. My throat
was a
hurt
bad one.
after.
Yeah. Some people understand. Some people have
Yeah.
the same thing. Breathing is...
Breathe wrong.
Yeah. Sorry. I hope that one day you learn how to breathe.
Yeah.
Savor the fresh-baked goodness of Tiny Eddie's cinnamon and salsa crone twists.
Oh, cinnamon and salsa. I heard cinnamon insults. And I was like, what's a cinnamon insult? You get 1,000 bits from Kyria Fikso, who says, Dearest Tiny Eddie, what treat should I have for my birthday today? Well, first off, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have you considered cinnamon and salsa chrome twists? Even if you take the chrome element out of that, cinnamon and salsa is not... You know what that is? Because especially the twist portion, a cinnamon twist, that'd be like a churro. Just dip a churro in salsa.
Or the Taco Bell cinnamon twists. The styrofoam coated in cinnamon sugar.
God, those are good. What are they called?
Cinnamon
twists, right? Oh. They named them what they were. They really didn't try, did they?
No.
Wow, they didn't try. I mean, it tells you what it is, but like they could have come up with something like twisties, or some squiggles or anything. Anyway, if you want to dip a churro in salsa, that's really your prerogative. But I would probably not. I feel like that might diminish your birthday. I maybe skip the salt. A churro for a birthday, that's good though. I haven't had a churro
What
in
if
a
you
long
had a
time.
fruit salsa? Like pineapple and mango and peaches. And cinnamon, and then you dip a churro in it.
We didn't tell them about when we went to the Costco, and this is a dumb story.
This is a dumb story.
I love it though. It spoke to me. We went to the Costco, and as we were going inside, there's a bush.
And everything doesn't have leaves right now.
Yeah, so there's some foliage around the parking lot, and there's a bush, and in the bush with no leaves is a churro, like a complete churro. It doesn't look like anyone had any, and it's just in the bush. But it was raining, so it was like the saddest,
churro in the
drooping, dissolving churro just in a bush. That's the entire story. 35 months from Raging and Quell. 52 from Cybe. 45 from Darbagus 11584. 16 from El Simi 82. 9 months from RPG Gary. 666 from Squid, who says, Happy Valentine's Day from Satan. Do you think Satan has Valentine's Day in hell? Do you think he gives little pokes? He's like, I like you. I'm the devil. I'm glad that moment exists in time. 300 from Radio Dread says, sugar for this very sweet day. Don't get cavities, though. Everything in moderation. Also, a good reminder that candy gonna be cheap tomorrow.
Haley and I went to Target yesterday. They barely had anything.
Really?
At all.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Like, just completely...
Yeah, they were already switching over to Easter. Yeah.
Huh. I mean, in fairness, like... No, I mean, they should still have stuff yesterday, though. Because
They didn't have much.
What about the people that don't think about holidays until the day before?
Yeah, us.
AKA me.
Yeah, there was nothing.
Oh, God. Like, some people are responsible adults and plan for things that are coming up.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, what's tomorrow?
Yeah.
And then that's when yeah. Did you get any... Sorry, I don't want to call anyone out if you didn't, because it's not a big deal. I don't care. But did you get any conversation hearts?
No. We didn't get anything.
Oh, because they didn't have anything.
Yeah.
I just want to taste... I don't want a whole pack. I just want one.
Just go eat some Tums.
Is that what it is, basically? I just haven't had a conversation heart since I was in, like, 2nd grade, and I just want to know if it tastes as bad as it did in 2nd grade.
They ended them for a while, and then someone brought them back or something.
Well, so the problem is, like, when you have something when you're young and you're like, oh, it's really good, and then you get older and you go back and try it, you're like, oh, it's really bad. Yeah. What happens when it was bad when you were a kid? You know, because conversation hearts were bad even when you were a kid. Yeah. So, like, they must be atrocious as an adult. Or maybe it works in reverse. Maybe it's good. Maybe be like, oh my god, this is a sophisticated candy. I'll just eat Tums. 200 from Penguin Frog. We got 22 months from Bubbles8738, who also gifted 2 subs to Blue Nixella and Trademark 13. Appreciate it. 400 bits from Nirch 44. 11 months from Light Ross 47. 300 from Will Peters, who says, Happy Valentine's Day as I present you with a organically accurate heart. Keep it on ice. It's worth a lot. I would like to learn how we went from the heart being a thing in your chest to representing, like, the emotional side. I'd also like to know how we went from that to this, because, like, the heart does not look like this. The heart's like a big old lumpy weird thing, which I guess is hard to cut out in
paper.
Construction paper. I was like, what's the cardboard paper?
Construction paper.
Hearts are ugly. They're not the prettiest part of the body. Like the prettiest internal organ. What is the prettiest internal organ? Probably something smooth, like a liver.
Noah, are you still here? Noah, what's the prettiest internal
What
organ?
is the prettiest internal organ? Like the spleen, right? The spleen, the liver? Haley, I'm not sure if that counts as a vague threat. The brain? Spleen, you kidding? No, has strong opinions. Kidneys are cute, actually. The kidneys are they're like toot. Meant to say cute. Came out toot. Shoot, them kidneys, little toot. The kidneys are cute, and you get 2. They are. They like little beans. You get little 2 of them. Organ tier list when. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Kidneys. I think I said toot because I was thinking of kidney beans. Those make you toot. Let me finish alerts before my mind is completely gone. No, I got a whole collection. 300 bits from Just Some Old Santa. It says, I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. What song is that? Do you know what song that is?
Never gonna dance again.
But what is that?
Never gonna dance again.
Is that from a song? Is that what?
Careless Whisper.
Oh, is that Careless Whisper? I'm never gonna
It doesn't
dance
go to
again.
it's not that.
Guilty feet got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you are not a fool. I'm never gonna dance again. Is that how that goes? Sab would know. Sab has touched a saxophone. Anyway. Where was I? I was somewhere. Oh yeah, here I was. 53 months from Skit Scott, 43 months from IC Patterns, 4 months from Candy Lou B, and 15 months from Nintendo Nitwit. We did it. Yeah, copyright strike. Anyway, I got a pretzel that
Yeah, that's my Valentine's Day gift to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I heated it up, and
then you proceeded to talk for 22 minutes.
Remember when Haley was here, and Haley was just like furious about making the food
cold.
Well, yeah, you make it hot, and then I just talk.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Like
Well-
when you're vlogging.
Yeah. Well,
So I've given up and I just start eating now, which is why when Steven's filming dinner, I'm eating already all the time.
I really needed a shot. See, here's the thing, though.
Here you go, Ralph.
If I
You choose
am here,
me.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's.
and you are here, and we are here, and we are
Kepler
all
is here,
together,
Yes.
and I want to eat this food,
Yes.
you don't read alerts.
I'm
You have-
eating
you
my
have-
food.
You have a long history of, like, just not. And everybody knows, there's not a soul here that would be like, that's not true. Like, that's true. So then I'm like, well, we need to, like, you know, read alerts, make progress, and start getting through the stream. So then I just, you know, don't get to eat. It's fine. Really, we do need an extra person. We do have to have Haley here, so there's more people. This is good, though, because it's got a bunch of mustard on it. Here, you can practice now.
We have 500 bits from Penguin Frog, who said, so in D&D, spells have item components for casting.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess what spell component is for Gust of Wind?
It was a spell component for Gust of Wind.
Here you go, Ralph. You choose.
It could literally be
me.
anything.
Happy Valentine's.
Beans?
Mmm.
Because you were making the joke.
It could be beans.
Mm-hmm.
I forget about that part, but yeah. You know, it can be. It can literally be anything. Banger Frog says it is indeed a legume.
Here you go, Ralph.
Yeah, the
Choose me.
I mean, you can homebrew
Happy Valentine's.
anything to be however you want, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's like so you get you gotta have like a bean in your pocket. keep a bean in your pocket. And that was 255 bits from Penguin Phone. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We had 10 gift subs from Iron X Girl, and they went to H.W. Wilson, Captain Blargy, Pipton, Tabby Stripes, Flaming Toy, Corey P81, Guardian Angel 61, Austin 3291, Friend Under Therma, and Under the Mask. Thank you for scrolling over. And JDX
Therma.
Mickey. Thank you, Iron X Girl.
Little undertherm. Appreciate it.
500 bits from Radio Dread, who says, here to summon the Ralph alert. Happy Valentine's Day. I choose you, Pokemon.
I'll read. We got 300 bits from Genesis, who says, today at 8:05, my precious cat Zelda passed away. She was 12 years old. I will miss her dearly. Could really use some of those good vibes.
Good vibes, Genesis.
Good vibes. That is never an easy thing. And, you know, certainly Mal and I have been there.
Yeah.
Just take time for yourself. Allow yourself to grieve. And just kind of, you know, and you know this, but like as you go into this next week, like it's going to be just a difficult week.
Yeah.
And there's a...
Be kind to yourself.
Yeah. I think that, you know, the interesting thing whenever I reflect on Sagan's passing is just... There, you have that week, and you know that it's sad, and you know that you're grieving, and there are, in spite of that feeling, there are pockets of joy, even in that week, and it's weird. It's almost like there's like brief clarity of like happy memories and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I certainly wish you well. And I hope that over the course of the next week that things slowly start to get better. It's a feeling of a tiny bits better every day.
Yeah.
I worded it better at some point in the past, and I don't remember exactly how I worded it. We got 510 from Anise, who says, illustrated hearts look the way they do because ancient people used leaves and fruit of that shape for aphrodisiacs. Oh. That's interesting. Huh. Now our aphrodisiac is chocolate. And like rhino horn or something. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do. Yeah, people just eat like the chocolate.
Ouch. Okay. Are you okay? What are you doing?
It's really tough.
Oh.
You know why it's really tough?
Because you microwaved it and then didn't eat it while it was warm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry. Well, you eat that.
Speaking from experience. About chocolate? I don't know if that actually works.
Barter your egg away for some Tiny Eddie's pureed cake puffs.
Eggs are so expensive. They should cost like $100 each, so you can definitely barter them away for pureed cake puffs.
1,000 bits from Gamer Girl Life says, Happy Valentine's Day, Stephen and Mel. Tiny Eddie, what should everyone eat today?
They're like cake pops, but like you deep fry them so they get puffy.
They're pureed.
Yeah, so you puree like a cake and then you have crumbs. And then you make it into
If you puree
like
a cake,
ball.
you don't have crumbs. You have sauce.
If you puree with the frosting, if you just puree the bread, it turns it into crumbs.
What does it mean to puree?
It's like the action.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is I thought puree was like completely liquid.
I mean, yeah, normally, but if you're pureeing something dry, it's not going to turn into a liquid.
I just want to eat
Eat
this.
your
That's the
pretzel.
only thing I want to do.
it.
I wish it was hot.
reading some alerts and you weren't eating your pretzel. Renee noticed. Slick Duke says, listen, Mal's trying to make this snack work. I was trying to make it work. I did catch that, Satsy. Microwave it again. It already has mustard on it, so then the mustard would become hot. Would you do that? Would you eat it with warm mustard on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
My concern is that the mustard would, like,
Fall off of it?
melt.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, like, it's vinegar, right? So it would just
Yeah.
go, oh, wait, and then go,
Ugh.
And I don't know that that's...
I don't know how you can eat that in the morning. Just the thought of mustard this early is like, ugh. And you're having coffee? Ugh.
Mustard and coffee.
Ugh.
Why does that matter?
Maybe cheese dip or like cinnamon pretzel. Maybe. That would be better. He has eaten pesto toast. He has. So Sunday was the Super Bowl, and it was Steven's turn to pick. And last week we had Alex and Haley on breakfast stream. They just showed up. Sometimes they tell one of us. No, they didn't tell either of us. And they showed up, and they picked. You and Alex picked your teams live on breakfast stream, and you picked the Eagles, and Alex picked the Chiefs. And then not yesterday. On Sunday, we watched the Super Bowl and had a party and had all of the Raleigh people over. And you got to watch it with Alex for the first time together since college. Mm-hmm. Did you ever actually watch it in college? Or was it just like, we'll check the score online later?
I think we watched it. I think we watched it. I mean, I don't remember because that was too many years ago. Mm-hmm. But I think we watched it.
We had a ton of food. And, I think all of us were done with food for like 3 days afterwards. Maybe not you. I was.
I ate a lot of food.
Yeah. We had potato skins, and Haley made this nacho dip, and I made cookies and meatball sliders, and Dad made pigs in a blanket, and Brandon brought over charcuterie stuff. But it was a good game. It was nice that it was like pretty tied up throughout, so it was exciting and not just super one-sided. Like, for a minute, I thought it was going to be maybe tied up and have to go into overtime, but that did not happen. I spent a good deal of the game messaging Noah about the game. Are you okay?
It's so tough. Like, this might be the toughest pretzel I've ever had in my life.
I'm sorry. There's 2 more downstairs.
I know. Yeah.
But the game was good. The halftime show was good. It was a good party. I had fun. We had a 3-month resub from Mitchell123. And 11 months from Jama Joe 012. Thank you.
CR5 pretzel, more like CR10.
You could make a gift set of Steven suffering.
I didn't bring up a napkin because I was like, I don't need a napkin.
But now you need a napkin?
Now I'm getting a napkin.
Mm-hmm. Do you need me to get you a napkin? Or you want to finish that first?
Will you bring me a napkin?
Yeah. You want to finish that first before I go?
It doesn't even have to be a napkin. It can be like toilet paper or like anything that you would use.
You have a cat.
Yeah, he's right here. He's just staring. It was a fun game. I didn't get to see the first quarter because I was making potato skins. They were good potato skins, but I kind of wish I could have seen the game. Because within that first quarter, it like became 14-14, and I was like, oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm almost done with this pretzel that I've been meticulously consuming.
Dunk your pretzel in your coffee like a biscotti.
I totally would if it didn't have mustard on it. I would, because it would help.
Yeah, sure, you could say that. No. No,
Why is that the gross thing?
I don't like that. It sounds awful.
It's a pretzel. It's just bread.
Lick off the mustard and do it.
You can't. Mustard cannot be removed. Like, maybe... It's too difficult. You can't really do that. Like, once the mustard is on, like, it's... That's not even ruining coffee. Are you guys serious? That's the part... Like, there's really not that much salt on this. It's like...
Could someone put my Kepi photo on the art queue for me? I took a photo of Kepi this morning. In that window, I have one of those like rainbow window clings to like privacy screen because it's the bathroom window. And Kepi was sitting on the counter this morning and like the sun was coming through with the rainbows. And he was just looking at me and purring. Like he was just sitting there and just purring and I could hear him. He was very happy. He was like, please turn on the sink.
You did, man. Come on, we're good.
Thank you. He was beautiful in the sunshine rainbows.
I'm not gonna be able to do this ever again. Like
No.
I cannot have another pretzel on breakfast stream.
Okay,
They
don't.
take me 35 minutes to eat.
Oh, there he goes.
It's like Thomas eating a salad. Oh my god. Everyone was making the joke at the same time I was. It's true. If I'm given a pretzel and then, you know, held at knife point to eat it,
Then it's easier.
it's way easier. Oh my god. Okay. What a journey this has been.
Yeah.
I'm still not quite there.
300 bits from Cheesehammer. So I'm not normally one for Valentine's Day, but one of your knives has been looking pretty sharp lately. Can you move me into the cutlery drawer for the day? They might be interested in good old Cheesehammer. Pounding. No, get a drawer.
Sorry, you stopped short of that. I needed to hear you say the word
Thanks.
pounding. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Actually, I was talking to Haley that we need to go and get our knives sharpened because all of them are very dull.
I do have one more thing that I wanted to show
Yeah.
that is easier to consume. We recently got Girl Scout cookies. And there's I don't know how new it is. It's new for me. I'd never had it before. They're called Toast Yays. They're in the shape of toast. There's cinnamon on one side and icing on the other. And they're very good. And they're very appropriate for breakfast stream.
Toast Yay is a terrible name for a cookie, though.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yep.
They could have come up with so many different names.
Yep.
Yeah. It was bad. I mean, the cookie's good.
It is spelled TOAST-YAY.
Toast Yay.
Which, like... I think it actually might also include the exclamation point. I don't know.
No, Renee, I didn't get to try the Raspberry Rally ones. You have to order them, and they've been sold out.
That's very good. And if some of you are thinking, that's cool that you got that cookie, but what I'm really interested in is seeing a vlog where you and Mao eat many different cookies and then create a Girl Scout cookie tier list. Well, I've got good news.
Yeah.
We made that video. And it'll be out pretty soon. Some of you will have opinions about my opinions. It's actually it's genuinely fun because like I had never had a Samoa. And, like Samoa's like
Which is wild because it's my favorite.
Zekified says, I love the Adventurefuls. Ooh, you're not gonna like my video very much. You're not gonna like my video. Did you chill the Thin Mints? We tried the Thin Mints both normal and chilled. We had them both ways. People like the Adventurefuls. I had a lot to say about the Adventurefuls. I'm very excited. This is going to be a great video. Oh, it's going to be a great video.
Now, it wasn't all the Girl Scout cookies. It was a lot of them, though.
Sorry, I can still taste the toastier.
And what's wrong with that?
It's good. I'm like
Okay.
I'm trying to get it back. I'm like, where's that toast? So anyway, I finally consumed my food. I'm feeling good about that.
I'm glad.
It's just, this was one of the most exhausting breakfasts I've ever had in my life. Like,
Does your jaw hurt from
yes,
chewing that
it does. It does. It feels like I went to the dentist, where they're just doing all this. Except I ate bread. Dear Lord.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm trying to think. I want to talk about what's happening tonight, but I also, before I get to that point, I'm like, is there anything else that I need to mention that happened in the last 3 days?
We had a Super Bowl party.
Is it?
That's it.
Okay. I mean, that was good and fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was a long day too. Sunday was quite a long day.
Yeah,
because,
it was.
We had everyone coming over, I think around 1 p.m.
I mean, we said we'll be up by 10. Come over whenever. If you need to cook something or whatever, we'll just be cooking our own stuff.
Yeah. Also, when I say tonight, I mean tonight for us. Not for y'all. Well, I mean Haley. Haley's here. But we're doing a local thing.
Yeah.
When I say tonight, everyone's just like, you're streaming something. And I'm like, oh, I'm not streaming something.
No.
I'll be streaming something Thursday, and that's breakfast stream, but we're not doing a stream tonight. Anyway, yeah, we started Super Bowl at, well, the Super Bowl party. We didn't start the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl starts at 6 p.m. We started the Super Bowl party around like 1 p.m., and then everyone left around like 2 a.m. So it was a long day, but I think everyone had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Everyone had a lot of fun. You know, I think the Super Bowl was over at like 10 or 11? Something like that.
I don't remember.
And then we just sat around and talked. Because everyone was like, what if we talked? And then we did. And that was good.
Yeah. It was good. We had a good time.
I'm trying to think if there's any other notable things about that day. Other than just me eating too much food. Nope. Anyway, the thing that we're doing tonight is, even though we just had a Super Bowl party, that was a big party. It was like large.
Yeah.
Because it was like 13 hours or whatever. Tonight we're doing another party, but it won't be 13 hours long. It'll be like a normal, just tiny party. Haley's throwing a party.
A little chill party.
Yeah. For Valentine's Day, and I'm looking forward to it. Haley's actually at the store getting stuff. So, I'm looking forward to that because Haley's parties are always very unique. They contain always a craft. So there will be some sort of craft tonight.
That's what we got yesterday when we were out shopping.
Okay. I know she had talked about wanting to get like actual Valentines, like the kind that you give each other in like 2nd grade.
Yeah, we didn't find any.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oop.
Oh, yep.
You could just like write on paper.
Haley, do you need me to bring scissors over?
Haley has scissors. Or you mean like lots of scissors?
Yeah.
Because everyone
Yeah.
will be doing crafts.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. When it comes to the like the traditional Valentine stuff, since if we don't have them, which it sounds like we don't, then we can
Bring me extra snippy boys.
we can just
Okay.
make them. We can just make them. I think that's fun. I actually, honest to God, like I'm not even being facetious in any way. The idea of giving like all of my adult friends like second grader Valentine stuff is actually very funny to me. I'm like, I like that. I want to do that. So that would be enjoyable. We just have to like. We could check a store and see if we could find them.
We did.
Yeah, but you went to like one store.
We went to Target and Michael's and
Michael's.
Yeah, craft
Michael's
store.
have. Oh yeah, I guess. I guess they would, wouldn't they? Then neither of those places had any Valentines.
No, they had like
Is crazy.
they had like clearance Valentine's Day stuff. We went to Five Below, which is like fancier Dollar Tree.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we could hit up like a place on the way over just to see, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of in fairness, you do. I do like the idea of doing that, so we could just like write them on 5x3 cards.
We got it covered. Don't worry.
You got it covered.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. I was telling Mal, I was like, I kind of like the idea of just I'm writing out my Valentines and like they're all generic. And like 5 of them are just like real, like super generic, like, you're a good friend, whatever. And then one's like super, super saucy. And then I just shuffle them up. And then I hand them out to all my friends. And then everyone's like, oh, thank you. And Josh Jepson is like, I think that could be very fun. I think that would be that could be a very fun activity.
We were joking it would be like monster seeking monster kind of.
Yeah, no, it would be that. It would be that. Anyway, yeah, that would be a fun time. So yeah, that's happening tonight, and I'm looking forward to that. It's nice because like I just want to the concept of just having some folks around to be able to do little things for just a little bit of time is nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. That being said, I am thinking about. I'm sure my dad's watching. Hey, Dad. I am thinking about getting back home before the end of the month, if I can, to see my parents, and then also I've got some stuff that I need to deal with at home, and I've got some stuff that arrived at home, and also I need a haircut.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Haley yesterday, and she's like, "Your hair is long, and it's going to be much longer by Coliseum."
Yeah.
So I'm just imagining that if I don't get a haircut in the next 2 weeks, like by the time I do Coliseum, it's going to be like. So I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try. Yeah, Coliseum is 17 days away. God! Whew. It's 17 days away for the general public. It's much sooner for us because we have to go to the location.
And we have stuff to do before then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is in and of itself like really yeah, it's in like 2 weeks. Like we've got to go somewhere in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sab says there is so little time before Coliseum. I want everyone to give a shout out to Sab.
Yeah, Sab's doing a lot of work behind the scenes that
Sab-
I don't think Sab is going to get a whole lot of credit for, but I need everyone to give Sab credit right now.
Yep. Sab, and I actually feel like that's kind of a common thing because that's happened in years past too, where Sab has done a fair bit of things behind the scenes that is just not the sort of thing that you're going to get any public acknowledgement for, and Sab deserves a lot of public acknowledgement. Sab actually does a lot for just little individual things, and should be praised for it. Thank you, Sab. Sab's been responsible for intro stuff.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be a good event. I mean, I don't know that. It could be terrible. It'll be awful. It'll probably be good. Based on, the previous years, it'll probably be a good event. I'm excited about the event, but I'm really just excited about seeing everybody.
Yeah.
I'm excited about seeing everybody. How's the intro bumper?
Boy!
Well,
A land made of milk and honey!
Happening. It wasn't that long ago that, that question was asked and we're like, oh, this doesn't even exist. But it does exist. Sab has been working on the music side of that. And it's going. I'm gonna very deliberately not say too much about the intro, but this intro is it's hard.
Yeah.
It's not hard from the editing well, it might be. It's not necessarily hard from the editing standpoint. But it is difficult from the music side. And I have to be careful because I'll just start talking too much, but there's a little it's more involved on that side than some other stuff that we've done before. In a way that almost makes me I don't know that we should have done this. It's fine. It's totally fine. Anyway. Yeah. We'll see what
Sab
happens.
says, I mean, we're here now.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel about a lot of things, and it's not a good place to be. It's not good to be in the volcano and being well, we're in the volcano, because you can always just leave the volcano, as opposed to being well, let's just keep going down in the volcano. But yeah, we are pretty far into it now.
Yeah.
I had to make generally when we do the intros, I do a doc for everyone to be hey, this is what you need to do, get this shot, whatever. So I made that and I sent that out, and people were starting to actually make their stuff. So I'm we are here, we're doing it. So this is happening. I'm not entirely sure that I will be editing the intro, actually.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. There's enough going on otherwise that I'm willing to hand that off and to let someone else handle the editing of that. So I'm going to see if that's a possibility. If it is, I may not actually edit it. I will have helped coordinate it, and there's going to be some parts that we have to shoot in person, and I can do that, but I actually may not do the editing. Yeah. Or Dan. Dan wouldn't be doing it either. We might have someone else do it. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot. Also, the other thing everyone struggles with this. This isn't a uniquely me thing, but everything always takes longer than you think. So you're this is how long this will take, and then either because of misunderstanding of the process or scope creep or whatever, things start to balloon a little bit. So I try to, when I'm thinking about something, just assume it's going to balloon. I start by saying, what's my gut instinct for how long this will take? And then I just add time. Because I'm all right, this is going to take... And when I start doing that, I'm like, maybe I should delegate this. Maybe I should find someone who has the time to do this and is competent enough to do this, and trust them to that. So, is the schedule finalized? I mean, basically.
I think so.
Well,
bearing any major oh shoot things.
Yeah, I mean, the schedule's currently wrong.
Oh yeah, it needs to get fixed.
Oops, said that publicly. It's fine. There was an error.
There's a technical glitch.
There was there was something. No one caught it except me.
You caught it, yeah.
I was looking at the schedule. The schedule's not public yet, but I was looking at the schedule, and I was looking at it with like Dan, and it said that Dan was on a segment that he wasn't on. And I was like, and then we realized that there was a segment missing from the schedule. And that the times and like who was involved with some of the stuff was real wrong in an area. And I was like, I let MC know. He'll fix it.
Yeah.
But the schedule is a concept. Like, it exists. It doesn't seem like it's going to move around.
Yeah.
I don't know when that'll come out publicly. I would assume that like as soon as they are sure that they got it and they can release it, they will, right? Because I always don't understand the concept of like just withholding information for the sake of withholding it. I think it'd be fun for people to know about things ahead of time. Anyway, let me read things. We got 300 bits of Platinum Pikachu says, so according to Deep Cuts post-Splatfest discussion, apparently Fry gave Big Man, a Tiny Eddie product last Valentine's, a chocolate-coated onion. And this is partly why Fry is my favorite. Chocolate-coated onion would not be great.
No.
I would eat it.
No, would not.
I could have a slice of it.
I don't like raw onions. It wouldn't be great.
So. You really don't.
I don't.
You really don't. I felt so bad the night that I brought you a sandwich, and it had onions on it. And it was because it's like a fact that I know about you, and yet just like briefly slipped my brain. Sorry.
You're forgiven.
We get 300 bits from Will Peters who says, Coliseum donation incentive idea for Disco Only Live if you want. John would hate this. I love those. But high tier donations, someone starts the usual topics like Jared with Dream or you with fitness and tech, etc. So just his donation incentive is just a topic John hates. So as a reminder, I am in charge of Disco Only. And I have some ideas for it, and I promise I will make it memorable. I promise I will make it memorable. You are all welcome in advance. It'll be literally the first time we've ever done an in-person, like, it'll be the first time we've done an in-person Disco Only, the first time we've done a video Disco Only. I think it's going to be, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
My entire motivation for the event and the segment especially is like, it is a charity event. Like, the goal is to raise money for direct relief. Yeah. So I will do that. That's all you need to know. That's motivation number one. And I will do everything in my power to make the donation incentives work around that idea, and I will make Disc Only raise money. That is it. It's not like, oh, I have an idea and then I'll figure out. No, it's a charity event. I will raise money for the charity. Full stop. We'll go from there. So, stay tuned. Beans. It's kind of funny because some people have some of my incentives already figured out. Anyway.
I need to storyboard my bumper.
Yeah. Everyone has to make a bumper. We ask everyone to try and make a bumper before the event. I don't know if that's public. It is now.
I mean, that's how it was last year and the year before.
Yeah, but also, like, for a bit, I mean, we were remote, so everyone had to do that, you know? But we still want that, because trying to make 20 bumpers, you know, there
Yeah.
It's real hard.
Yeah.
It's real hard. So, yeah. Lemon Boy says, pretty sure it's been mentioned at some point. I believe so, yeah. We'll make something. I wish that I could tell you, like, I've got an idea, and I don't at all. I've been busy
Well,
with
I figured
things.
you'd help me with mine.
Yeah.
In the past, like, we've just combined ours.
Yeah. And I told Josh and Dan I would film theirs.
Yeah. Maybe
They-
you'll come up with something during that time.
Yeah, I don't mind helping them film theirs. They'll edit it,
Yeah.
but I'll film it. It's totally fine. I love that, honestly. That's very fun for me. I really enjoy that concept, like getting a chance to video things.
But I want to storyboard mine because I might need to order some things.
You have like 2 weeks.
I know. It's nothing like that's going to take weeks and weeks and just
Okay.
2-day delivery.
Okay, well, you just need to like make sure you
Yeah.
write down what it
I might
is.
do that today. I got some other planning I need to do today, and I have stuff going on. But
I don't know if Josh and Dan realize this, but what they should do is they should sit down together
yeah. And like
and work on it
Yeah.
together. It would be so much better for both of them if they did that. So, you have 2 weeks. Famous last words in the world of production. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I mean,
I mean, we did the lamp bumpers, like both of them, in like
there's a new rule.
yeah.
MC put in a new rule, and like it's definitely a rule it's a Stephen George rule. And he didn't even need to do it because I'm not going to do it again. But like he did make a thing of like, hey, everyone, not pointing any fingers at any particular person, but let's not make any bumpers past like 5 minutes. Me, 13-minute video. But yeah, I can't do that again anyway because that took so long to make.
Yeah.
It took days to make, and that's just too much. It's just too much. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Some people did do like real long bumpers last year. That's true. I'm not the only person that did long thing.
Yeah.
A cooking thing is easier because it's just turn on camera and do for a period of time and stop. We spent lots of time doing lamp too. There's a lot you can do in 5 minutes. The first lamp video is 5 minutes. There's a lot you can do in 5 minutes. I would love to do something fun and different, but I have to. You can't just like force creativity, right? Like you have to put yourself into a zone where like you can let those ideas come to you, and I just haven't been able to enter that zone because I've been focused on other things. I've been focused on 2018 vlogs.
Yeah. One came out yesterday.
Yeah, and one is scheduled for 10:30.
Oh.
Which means that there's only 10 left. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 10.
Yeah.
It's just 10. It's just 10. Which is great. I mean, like, I'm very excited. It's just wild that we're down to, just 10 days. And yesterday I really needed to work on current stuff because I was a few days behind, and instead I was like, no, dopamine good, and then I just worked on 2018. It's fine. It's totally fine. We got 33 months from Basunas. Thank you, Basunas. Appreciate that. Let me move this. There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I know I have to make something. So at some point, real soon, I need to stop what I'm doing and spend like half a day in like creative meditation.
For Coliseum.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah,
like
I know.
it's a thing. Like you can't, like if I'm focused on other work, like I can't possibly do. Like I have to sit down and be like, all right, I want to make a thing. What thing do I want to make? Where am I going? And come up with something. And then you're also trying to like think about things that are possible. I mean, this is a problem that a lot of people have. you know, the bumpers are actually a really good example of this because people come up with ideas. They're not used to doing video production. So you got a bunch of people that are not used to doing shorts, this sort of thing. And the scope of what they come up with is like bad. It's too big. You know, when we had a meeting about like what's something we could do for, you know, bumpers, like collective bumpers that we could work on there. There's all these ideas, and I'm like, how would you do this? You know, it's like that. It's you have to have your scope in mind because like, okay, you want to film and you want to use like this location, like where are you gonna do that? Oh, well, we could do this. All right, that doesn't make any sense. Like you have to keep everything down. Like when people think about the ones that we made, it all takes place in a house with a lamp, and the reason it does that is because it's something that's like achievable. Like you have to remember that like you have particular restrictions, and if you start to exit the restrictions, the amount of difficulty you add is like exponential.
Aldo says Stephen is the Chaz of Colosseum, and that's a terrifying thought.
It's kind of a compliment. I am absolutely the Chaz of Colosseum. Absolutely. I will take that title. And it's, you know, it's important. The snowboarding one is great, though, just for the fact that, like, we did manage to get that. But that was also an idea that we had to sit on for years until Tom actually got to do that. Yeah. So, you know, like when we made the Sears commercial. The Sears commercial is great. I love how it turned out, but we also chose it because it was something we could do. It was like, okay, this is just something that takes place in a kitchen. We can do kitchen.
Yep.
You know, you have to make sure that like every aspect of what you want to do is achievable, because otherwise you're going to have to make something crappy. I think that's the whole thing. It's like, if you've got an idea for this thing, and it's like, but one thing needs to be filmed, like, I don't know, underwater or something. And it's like this really difficult thing. Then all of a sudden it's like, well, yeah, you get everything else done. And when you go to do that...
keep the scope in mind.
Yeah. Anyway, this is something that I learned in a very big way in college. And I think that's why it's so instilled in me. Is like, you can't... In college, whenever I was making video projects, like, they had to exist in the realm of what I could do. To varying degrees of success. Do you normally have film underwater ideas come up? I mean, no. And, like, it's fun to have some weird things, and then you can try and, like, get creative about it. Like, you could creatively do things like that, but still... trying to, you know, trying to be reasonable in the scope is important. You could use like I mean, we have like GoPros now. You can just put a GoPro in the water. There's the ways you could do it, but the point is, you know.
Then you have to get a GoPro.
Yeah, if you want to burn things, then you got to think about where you're going to burn it.
And if there's a burn ban currently.
Like, where we live now, we don't got nowhere to burn anything.
No.
No idea. You know what? Honest to God, I think one of the reasons I haven't thought too much about it is that, like, I don't have a whole lot of location stuff in mind because this is still such a new area where I live. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, everything would have to involve... It wouldn't have to involve the house, but, like, a lot of it just inherently, like, I think about the house because, like, I know this space. But Raleigh is still very, you know, new. I have a forest location.
City of Oaks.
I have forest.
I already have 4 locations I need to film in.
Are they all interiors?
One is.
Oh my god. Okay.
Gotta film a montage.
Okay. Well, that's not bad.
No.
I actually get freaked out about shooting outside. And the reason I get freaked out about shooting outside is that the look outside, like the everything about it, like the exposure changes, the white balance changes, like all of that stuff is actually fairly hard to compensate for.
Mine's gonna be a montage, so
it won't matter.
It won't matter. Yeah.
It's difficult. I remember shooting a project in college and dealing with that. Like there was a exterior.
It was one of those partially cloudy days where the sun is constantly like behind clouds, not behind clouds.
And it looks insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks absolutely crazy.
Yep.
Because it was it's a reverse shot of two characters talking, and like one shot is cloudy and one shot is sunny, and that looks terrible when you cut between it, you know?
Yeah.
But these are the sorts of mistakes that you have to like make, because when you make them, your brain fixates on that for the rest of your life. It's like, I now know not to do this. So you're constantly thinking about stuff. So you have to make mistakes in order to learn, but like that's one of the reasons that shooting outside in the daylight like freaks me out. I'm like, all right, we need to be extremely careful in order to get this working right.
Sorry, I just had another bumper idea.
Wow, with an Earth W. Behold!
This concept of WOV confuses and infuriates us!
Behold.
Here we go.
A reward for a long, modified day, Tiny Eddie's Platypus Wafers.
The Leaf said, Mr. Tiny Eddie, I'd like my usual snack this morning, please. It did say Tiny Edward. And Edward does not trigger the alert, so Chaz changed it to Eddie, and then it triggered the alert. I guess we could make Edward also work.
Yeah.
But then what do we do about people named Edward? Or if we're talking about the vampire fandom.
Oh yeah, that happens so much.
What is that show called? The movie? Suck Time. No. The Dreary Washington vampire show. I'm not gonna look at chat. Hooked. No, it's not called Hooked. That's about fish. What is the show called?
You're not even close.
Jason is the werewolf. No, he's not. Jason? Jason is the werewolf. Edward is the vampire. Bella, right? Bella's the vampire's wife. Hooked. I keep coming back to Hooked. What is that called? Riff Tracks did it.
It's a synonym for a time of day.
Hook Time.
That is not anywhere close.
Suck.
Time of day, Steven.
Time of day, time of day, time of day. Evening. Twilight! It's Twilight. I don't know why I keep coming back to Hook. Sorry, where were we? 1,000 bits from Relief. Mr. Tiny Eddie, I'd like my usual snack this morning, please. Tiny Eddie's Platypus Wafers. Perfect for Hook time. I started with suck.
I started with scheduled break.
Emil, I want a Photoshop of the Twilight logo that just says evening. I do too. Oh, someone make that. Please, someone make that. Oh, just an edit of like the movie poster, but it says evening. Oh, that's a good one. I want that. We got a subscription from Kuro Tamashi. I got there. Kuro Tamashi 09 and 11 months from Lola Loves Peaches. Thank you.
Do you see that darling Kepler?
Sorry. I looked up at Renee, who wrote, or suck time. I looked at Kepler, and then my brain processed suck time. I would also like a poster that says suck time. This arm's not doing anything. I realize this one's flapping. This one's just doing this. Okay. All right. 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 Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Okay. I promise I'm trying to murder Stephen. It's like what I would do with John. Like as soon as I get John laughing, I'm like, this is it. I'm gonna kill him. Okay. Alright, I'm good. Alright. Now, I was talking about something I remember.
We were talking about filming bumpers for Coliseum.
Alright, I'm done with that.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about that anymore. We have 15 minutes left in the show. You can pick a thing, and I'll talk about whatever you want to pick. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Put me on the spot.
Or I'll take a question.
Let's do a question.
Okay, we'll answer a question. I want to try to normalize this a little bit more, because I like that. Because sometimes, we often just we just kind of meander. Breakfast Stream's like an ultra casual show. But, we'll take a question.
What's our favorite tree?
I've never thought about that.
Yeah?
In my entire life. Like, not once. This is the question you chose. You answer the question. Did you pick it because you knew I wouldn't have an answer?
Yeah.
Great question. Great. Well, you answer it. You must. You have tree pinions.
I do have tree pinions.
You definitely have tree pinions.
There's a lot of different really cool trees. Like there's cherry trees because they get flowers in the spring. And then there's like Japanese maples who do really cool colors in the fall. And like birch trees are super cool and willows are super cool.
You choose me?
Pawpaws are
Happy
neat.
Valentine's.
I mean, I like trees, but I don't think there's ever been, like, a tree that I'm like, this is my favorite tree. You know what I mean? Like, that's... I don't know enough about trees to identify them in a lineup. Like, if a tree committed a crime and they brought in a bunch of trees and they're like, do you remember which one's this tree? I'd be like, no. I don't think I could do that.
Live oaks are cool.
We have 500 bits from the Thrill Up. Says Suck Time, aka the time with Kepler's tail. Hottie Chalky. Little hottie Chalky. Ooh, it still smells like coffee.
There was coffee in there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens.
Could you identify a live oak? Or a weeping willow?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I don't know no tree. I got there's a lot of things in life I need to know about.
Trees are not one of them.
Trees are not on the list. They really are not. Like, there's never been a time that information needed to, be known to me, so I just haven't, worried about it. It's fine. I'm scrolling up to look at other things. Becca wanted to understand the thinking behind meth chips and Kinky Daddy. That was from Super Bowl ads.
Yeah.
The meth chips was just that. That's not even me. That's just like that was the ad.
I don't remember at
It was
all.
like Breaking Bad potato chip thing. Kinky Daddy was phone autocorrect. I wrote Binky Daddy, and my phone autocorrected it to Kinky Daddy, and I didn't see that happened before I hit go. And then after it happened, I was like, well, that's just what's happening. Are we watching we're still watching Bob's Burgers.
Yep.
We're still watching Bob's Burgers.
I saw me be sad.
Me be sad. Everyone's favorite YouTube creator, Mr. Be Sad. Favorite cheese is actually a pretty good question.
Brie.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you need a cheese for, but if I'm just going to eat a cheese, brie. There's also like that cranberry goat cheese that I like. Yeah.
My gut instinct is to say like a very sharp cheddar,
Yeah.
which might be kind of a boring answer possibly, but I really like sharp cheddar if I'm just gonna like eat cheese. I also really like blue cheese. But I don't think that there's any cheese I've ever had that I didn't like.
There's been some I don't like.
Really?
I can't remember any specifically. I don't like...
There's some that I'm not like, huge on, but like...
I can't remember, but there's one that people tend to put on like a cheese tray that I don't like very much. I can't remember what it is. I just I eat it and I'm like, not that one.
Yeah, I like feta.
Yeah.
I mean, as with most foods, I mean, cheese is definitely the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
it depends on what it's going in. Certainly, there's
Havarti's really good.
some salads that are really good with feta. So,
I think that's something.
could you go grab that? That would be great. Thank you. Don't let it get away. We have to sign for something today, and I think it's here. Bless Mao for running to go do that. Yeah, feta good. Swiss good, Havarti good. Havarti's actually one that we'll pick up sometimes in a big pack if we're gonna do sandwiches for a while. Because I'm down for sandwich time. Yeah. Dude, a package that they banged on the door. Oof. I mean, we didn't have a doorbell. Did we have a doorbell at our last place?
Yeah.
Where did we not have? Somewhere we didn't have a doorbell, and it was always real alarming when they did a knock. Was that at 2 houses ago?
There's a doorbell there.
Oh, maybe it was just a situation where we had a doorbell and someone knocked hard. I don't know. Growing up, my parents had a doorbell, but the doorbell never worked. And that's bad. Like, if your doorbell doesn't work, you need to, remove it, because otherwise people stand out there and press a button that doesn't cause anything to happen.
At one point in my childhood, we painted all the trim on the house, and we took the doorbell off, and it was just the 2 wires. And we quickly learned that if you touch them together, the doorbell rings.
Oh, yeah.
And it was that way for a month. So people would come to the house, and they'd have to...
It's just a little sign touch wires together. Oh, Raider Chit says, my doorbell works fine. They just don't want to use it for some reason. Yeah. Doorbell helpful, because you just do a doot, and then you can hear it in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not willing to, press the button... There's also occasions where, I've had delivery people not attempt to do a thing.
Yeah.
It's like they show up and then they just are already starting to write the "we missed you" slip. And I'm like, I'm here.
That doesn't really happen anymore.
Thankfully, yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully. It actually did happen on a recent thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was because I was in bed and the doorbell happened. And I was like, oh. So, I'm getting out of bed, and I'm putting on pants, and I'm trying to get downstairs. And, as I opened the door, the guy was, putting the thing on. I was like... And It was funny because like I put my pants on. I was putting a shirt on, and I put my shirt on inside out, and it was a button up. So the buttons were faced inside.
So you couldn't button them.
And I couldn't button them. So I'm like coming around the corner. I'm like going down the stairs. Probably dangerous. I'm going down the stairs, and I do have an arm on the thing, but like I realize that my buttons are backwards. So like I couldn't button them. So then I just have to answer the door, very disheveled, with my shirt hanging open and the buttons on the inside. And the guy's like putting the thing, and I'm like, no, I'm here. And he's like, can you sign this? I'm like, yeah. It's fine. It's totally fine. Anyway, we'll do one more question. If you have a question, ask a question. We'll do one more question, then we'll wrap up on Breakfast Stream. And we'll, this isn't like a normal thing, but like I like to do that every once in a while. So we can let chat dictate. I mean, more than they already do, because they already do that. A lot of people have been asking about Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. I saw a bunch of questions about it. They are out on Switch. You can do the Switch NSO thing. Well, on normal NSO you get Game Boy, and then on NSO Plus Time Fun Pass you get Game Boy Advance.
I have no idea.
I haven't downloaded that, so I actually am not 1,000% sure what the games are on there. I know Minish Cap's on there. I remember from the thing. Oh, and Kulurubin, aka you'll play this for several minutes and then you'll be too upset to continue. I don't think Mother 3 has any higher chances of coming out, though. I saw some people on Twitter saying that too, like, now we'll get Mother 3, and I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that changed anything. They could, because if they wanted to, they could have always released it. There have been like Game Boy Color games that are on Switch cartridges. Like you can buy like Shantae on a Switch cartridge. Like they can do that. So it doesn't have to be on NSO. And I certainly don't think that they're going to just give us Mother 3. Like,
I mean, they
that's
did
not gonna
just
happen.
give us Earthbound Beginnings again.
Huh?
They did give Earthbound Beginnings again, like, here.
They're not going to give us Mother 3.
I know.
It's not going to. Like, Japan will probably get it
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
But it would be a big deal in the States. That would, I mean, require, they would almost certainly, like, retranslate it, because they wouldn't take Clyde's translation. So everything would be different. It's a whole process, and then they would sell it on its own. Like, there's so much money that they could gain from selling it as a standalone release. And I think they would if they were going to go that route. So, yeah, I do not think that we're going to get Mother 3 translated as part of NSO. I think that is a wildly far out idea. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. But yeah, it's just nice that Game Boy and Game Boy Advance stuff is on there. Mm-hmm. But I don't have any immediate plans to cover anything on there. I don't think. Maybe one day I'll beat Minish Cap. You could play Minish Cap. You'd like it.
I mean, I could.
Yeah. Like, just for fun in your spare time.
There's so many games.
There are a lot of games, but it is a good game. It's cute, too.
Yeah, I believe you.
I'm not signing you up for this. I'm just saying it's a cute game, and you can play it if you want, because it's on your Switch now, and you can do it.
Okay.
You're like, I'm not holding you at knife point to play. I know there are too many video games.
Yeah.
At some point, everyone comes to terms with the fact that they are going to die without playing every video game that they wanted to play. That's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. There are too many video games. You literally can't do it. I have a list you know, a mile long, and if the only thing I did for the rest of my life was play games, I would still finish my life and have not experienced every single thing I would have liked to. And NDL says, imagine that feeling with movies. Yeah. And like, the good thing about movies is that they're shorter, so you can ingest more, but there's also more movies. So... God, it probably evens out. Games take longer, but there's way more movies in the world. Okay, so that was the last question I said I'd deal with. It's 10:30. Vlog is out. So we got another vlog from 2018.
Oh my god, is it that vlog?
What vlog?
With the cake?
Cake?
That piece is plastic?
That vlog's been out for years.
Oh, I thought maybe.
Yeah, you're basing it off of the word plastic.
I am.
Yeah, it's you fixing the handle of the shower. It doesn't have to be an exciting video. These last 10 videos are just like normal videos in our lives. Yeah, it's not memorable, Mallory.
Okay.
Don't make me in front of everyone be like, this vlog is not memorable. Nothing happens in it. It is not important or exciting at all.
It was when I changed the shower handle, the big...
Yes!
Oh, that's exciting, though.
Oh my god. Yeah, my life is boring. Go watch my... I mean, Sagan's in it. Worth watching for Sagan.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Worth watching for Sagan. But yeah, there's 10 more videos left in the timeline. And then that's it. They're all done. And everything's caught back up, so I'm excited about that. So yeah, click Chaz's link and go watch the vlog. I'll just end it here and say Valendome. What about that? You like that?
I did.
Because it's like Valentine's, but also dome. Or like thunder time. Wait, what is the word? Valentine?
Valentine's.
Yeah, Valentine.
Yeah.
Tine.
Yeah.
What is tine?
Tines of a fork?
What?
The stabby parts of the fork are called tines.
I'm gonna end the stream now. We will see you on Thursday for another breakfast stream.